Boys, how you doing? What's up, Mo, Gravesh, Gurvinder's in here, NSCS, Mike is in here, Sean G, BB7's in here, first comment, Taliban pumps and Taliban dumps. Wow. Okay, so let's get into today. Very volatile day, obviously. We had a pretty bullish week. SPY was like sideways. SPY ripped, actually. Monday, Tuesday was a great day for us at My Stock Life. Rest of the week, SPY went kind of sideways on Wednesday. On Tuesday, SPY went sideways, but stocks went up. On Wednesday, SPY went up, but stocks went sideways. Today, everything just dumped. So what do I mean by dump? We took out the pre-market lows almost first thing in the morning at 10:30. So within an hour, we were already taking out pre-market lows. That shows you the market's probably going to be weak that day. And we came down, and as always, we thought everyone was thinking V-shaped recovery. Everyone started buying the dip, so we jumped. We couldn't even get past pre-market lows, which was a big red flag right here. As you guys can see, couldn't get through pre-market lows, which is a big red flag. Dumped right back down, and we lost. Did we lose the lows? Looks like a double bottom. Okay, if someone pointed this out, I would have been in that right there. So we got a double bottom at the lows today, so that's a good sign. We held. We go to the daily out here. Let's get rid of these lines now. So what support do we have? We couldn't get through yesterday's all-time high, so what do? We have to look for supports. If we continue to the downside, the next support is the 8-day moving average, which is 445.68 on SPY. 445.68. I want you guys to draw a line there tomorrow, and the 21-day is 442.88. So those are the next two supports, the two moving averages, 8-day, 21-day. And other than that, we could go all the way back down to the 50-day, which is at 436. That would be nasty. Something tragic or something big has to happen for that to happen, in my opinion. And it looks like we might get a black swan event. If you guys think about it, tomorrow's Jackson Hole. They might taper rates, and Taliban. I have friends. I have a lot of groups, and I've seen a lot of people saying that a lot of the Marines I know have been deployed already. They're already on their way back. So just keep that in mind. Anything is possible. What will you do if the market dumps 10 points tomorrow? Just have that in mind so you don't panic and do stuff in the heat of the moment. QQQ, same thing. Right at 10:30, 10:25, lost the pre-market lows, which shows you it's going to be weak for the day. The bounce on QQQs was much stronger than SPY. So Tech took the lead today while XLF and SPY did not. They were weak. Tech took the lead today, which was new because yesterday XLF was taking the lead. So it's just rotation from Tech into banks yesterday and back from banks into Tech today. I've never seen the market rotate as quickly as it has here, so you really have to be on your toes now. And Tech, big dump, V-shaped recovery, couldn't get past the pre-market highs, and that was another signal that it was going to be weak, so we just kind of rolled over the rest of the day. Closed above the lows of the day. So the lows that we set at 11 o'clock on QQQ were never touched again. The lows that we set on SPY at 11 o'clock we're a double bottom. So we did get back down there, but we didn't break it. So those lows tomorrow are absolutely crucial. The 11 o'clock lows on SPY, 11 o'clock low on QQQ, and the 11 o'clock low on XLF doesn't matter at all because it was the weakest and it took it out right away. 11 o'clock's low on XLF was 38.59. The actual low of the day was 38.46. So XLF is the weakest right now. Financials, Tech is the strongest. And obviously those two affect SPY the most. IWM now, small caps. I nailed 3 plays on this. Well, 2 plays. The last one was for a cent. But I was running out of time and I didn't want to hold it overnight just in case something happened. Especially with that news about people telling me they're already being deployed back to Afghanistan. So obviously we couldn't get over the 50-day yesterday. Well, did we close above? Yesterday 50-day was at 221.51. We closed above it at 221.56. Obviously it wasn't significant because today we did the same thing. And we closed below the 50-day. So if IWM rolls over, the first support is a 21-day at 219.87. Second support is 219.60. If you guys seen my setup on IWM, what was I watching? So I'm just going to put a daily support here at 219.60. Yeah. 219.60 there. And the 21-day is at 219.87. So obviously very, very close. I'll zoom 219.60 and 87. Okay. So we're just going to move these lines again per where they're supposed to be. And yeah, so that's the 8-day and 21-day moving averages I have drawn out for the Pre-market highs and lows, I use the horizontal ray, and I usually use a different color. I don't know why I deleted this stuff. I was just trying to get cleaner. But yeah, so this is a pre-market high and low right here. Usually I have them in yellow. You guys get the point. I'll just do it. You guys have time. You ain't got nowhere to go. Yellow and yellow. So yeah, so have one color for your pre-market highs and lows. Have another color for your daily resistances and supports. And yeah, so right away, we lost the pre-market lows right away, and then we just absolutely ripped above. So this was very volatile action. So I knew right when we were dumping here, I caught IWM calls here, sold them for a huge gain. I caught IWM calls here, sold them for a nice gain. And then I called them here, and this one didn't follow through at all. Plus I only had like 3 minutes left or something, so I just got out of them for a penny gain. Like, it's better than break even. Call it break even. It's better than a loss, right? So IWM, that's how I played it today. You guys see how it went down and touched the 21-day moving average. I knew right away I needed to jump in calls. Jumped in within 2 minutes. I had fucking 25%. So that was my plays on IWM today. Why did I play IWM? Just because those solid supports there. Whereas SPY and QQQ, the moving averages weren't even close to it. So I had higher conviction. Zoom, absolute dirt today. Called out the $400 calls for September 10th. Why? Because they have earnings next week. I expected a run up into earnings. This stock's been treating like a piece of shit. But like, this is what it did. Like, do you guys not remember? Last time it broke out of this huge resistance, came back down to retest, and then 3 days it kind of just bounced around. You know, it was just a shitty trade for 3 days. That's why I took 3 weeks out, guys. Remember that. Last time we played this, we bought it here. 3 straight days it traded like dookie. So this time I took 3 weeks, expecting some turbulence, not just a straight bounce up. But we do have earnings next week. Let's see if we get some running. And what will happen soon is the market maker is going to realize there's earnings, and he's going to add premium in these calls. So even if the stock will go sideways, these calls will most likely go up soon. They'll start going up soon. That's why they've been holding their value. You had 100% at the open on calls that are 3 weeks out. So if you didn't book some profits, that's on you. Other than that, I mean, I still like the chart. There was a lot of bear volume today, but a lot of this was bull volume, so it's tricky because it gapped up so much, right? So we gapped up to over 350. We almost hit 357 in after hours, and we closed the day at 340. So obviously market weakness had something to do with it, but still, Zoom is weak right now. But I'm not worried about it all. We got 3 weeks, and the calls are still up, what, like 50%? And we got 3 weeks? Who cares? Next, we got Tesla. Tesla, absolute shit show. So Tesla is just kind of in no man's land. Like I told you guys, I show you guys we have new members. That's why I have to go over the same charts over and over, guys. I'm sorry for all you guys that come in here every day. Tesla has this huge weekly breakout possible. So you guys see this weekly wedge, huge breakthrough, huge wedge, breakthrough, and the biggest wedge of them all. And it just broke through. So let's see what it can do. I mean, like, there's still a chance Tesla goes to all-time highs. If it does break out, it goes to all-time highs. And the magic number on Tesla for a swing trade for me is 725.50. If we get over 725.50 and close above that, I'm going to go long in like 3 or 4 month out Tesla calls, and they're going to be way out of the money. So that's my play on Tesla if I get it. Twitter just trading like dog shit this week too. I don't get this move at all. So the reason I called this one out for the newer members, weekly inverse head and shoulders. And I was expecting a move like this that we got on April 5th. April 5th, we got a 12% move. It was the same setup. But look, now we're putting in a large upper wick, which means people are taking profits. But for now, we had 4 straight up days, 2 consolidation days. What I don't like is the low was 61.50. The high was 65. So we had a $3.50 move up, and we've already came down 65 to 62.50. So $4 move up, and we already lost more than 50%. So this is a little more than healthy consolidation, in my opinion. But again, today was a market pullback day. Let's see if we can rebound. I'm not in the calls anymore. I took the hit on the last of them, took profit on half of them before. So it was pretty much a break-even trade. I don't really care for it anymore. PDD, still in those 101 lottos. Those are really down right now. We got this huge 22% day. This is a completely different type of consolidation than Twitter. So Twitter, we got 3 days, 4 days up, and we lost half the value, right? PDD, we had a 1 day up, and the 2 days, we had an inside day yesterday, and today it's just going sideways. We're still holding the lows from pre-market yesterday, which are at 95.50. As long as we close above 95.50, this has a chance to go. I know we only have 1 more day, and we need a $6 move, so tomorrow's may not go, but I might go farther out if tomorrow's don't go. I really like this chart setup. We're changing the daily trend on it, and if we put in a low that's higher than obviously this is the bottom right here, 74.12. If the next low is put in and it's higher than 74.12, which is a high probability, all we're going to do is this is what we're looking for here. We're looking for a healthy consolidation and then higher highs, and then consolidation and then higher highs. That's how you change the trend. Okay, right now we're in a downtrend. You guys see this? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and it was just continuing. Daily downtrend. And this is the first time we got a higher high, so now we're going to look to put in a higher low and change the daily trend. So that's how you change the trend. That's how you see what the trend is. Other than that, tomorrow's tough. Oh yeah, I'll go over AMD for sure. BNTX here, another vaccine stocks got hit. They said Delta cases maxed. I don't think the vaccine run is over yet. Still consolidation after this humongous run on vaccines. Like just on BNTX, for example, you guys know what mRNA did. BNTX from 200 all the way to 462. It more than 2.5x'd its market cap in like a month. Okay, so we need a little longer consolidation. It's fine with me. It's whatever. We're still chilling inside that same Fibonacci that we're chilling in, 366 to 384. Whichever way it breaks first and holds, that's the way short-term direction is. Amazon showing some strength off the bottom. Everyone loves Amazon. I hated it down here, but now that it's closing above 3,300. Did it close above 3,300? Yeah, it closed above 3,300. So now Amazon can make a move towards 3,388. It has to hold 3,300 to the downside, and it has to go to 3,888 to the upside. If it holds 3,300, that's the next target is 3,388. AMC dead. Meme stocks tricked everyone again, sucked everyone in that didn't get in on the first day and screwed them. Look at this consolidation. Look at PDD consolidation. Again, I just go to the same charts, same patterns, same everything. Huge gap up, sideways consolidation. Huge gap up, gave back almost 50% of the move. That's not healthy, okay? Keep an eye on them though. Friday, they usually run on the expiration date because everyone's already scared out. Palantir, big news yesterday about the FBI getting hacked. So if you guys know Palantir like I do, I'm one of the biggest bulls on Palantir. I have a ton of equity. It's my second largest position after only SE. What happens is they have a software called Gotham. So Gotham, what it does is they give you this software. You have to put in a password and you have to decide. Like say I get Gotham on my computer, I have to decide what the password is. I have to give it to whoever I want. And it's the same thing with the FBI. They gave them the hardware, they gave them the Gotham. The FBI actually themselves didn't do their part correctly, so someone hacked them. So it has nothing to do with the Palantir software. It has nothing to do with Palantir being a bad company. It's the FBI didn't do their due diligence. They got hacked, and that's why Palantir spiked today. Obviously, it sold off because of market weakness, but look at this open. Straight up. And I bought the dip yesterday. I bought January calls. T bought the dip today. He bought September 3rd calls. And I love this company. I'll hold my equity forever. Other than that, Walmart, I'm not going to go over. That's Ricky's trade, and it bores the shit out of me. Looks like a doji. Looks like a reversal doji, actually. I would have liked it if it closed above the 21-day moving average, but still, let's see what happens. Airbnb, someone asked me if this is a good time to enter long. Huge momentum, consolidation, and it gave back almost 50% of the move. But the reason I like Airbnb better than AMC is because it closed above the 8-day moving average. Obviously, that's not the only reason I like Airbnb over AMC. It's a much better company, obviously. I'd rather invest in that. ES don't have to do. Zim, I brought some more equity today. I don't remember if I announced it or not. I have this 47.37 level as resistance, very clear resistance, and I want it to turn into support. We closed above it. I grabbed equity at it, so I'm happy. I averaged up a little bit, and that's how you average up on equity. ASTS called out yesterday 12.5 calls for $1.35 for February. And they're already up like 100%. In one day, February calls went up 100%. So if this one keeps running, I could get 10 for those calls. Let's see what happens. Didn't sell any. Boeing jumped in at the end of the day. Matt was calling this one out earlier today. I ignored him because I don't really like Boeing, but then the whole war thing happened. So is this how you drew your lines, bro? When you showed me? Mm-hmm. Oh, you're fucking sleeping.
Mm-hmm. That's how I drew it.
Yep. This guy just falls asleep. Fucking guy. Wait, from here?
No, from... You already have it drawn.
Look at that. Oh, this
way
one.
across, yeah.
Yeah, so this is Matt's technical analysis. It's not bad. Whatever.
Different.
different way to look at things. But yeah, so right here, I looked at the BA chart, and what I seen stochastics were rolling down, and they're starting to roll upwards. So they're going upwards, and plus the whole war thing. If they deploy troops, they're all going on Boeings, and Boeing's going to get another contract or something. And if they announce something, I'm thinking big gap up overnight is possible, so that's why I took lottos for tomorrow. Let's go over some more charts. I'll go over like 3 or 4 more. Walmart. I'll go over Walmart since you guys asked. I hate trading Walmart. I don't trade it. Ricky loves it. It just bores me to death. I like stuff that moves fast. And I mean, Ricky knows the stock better than anyone. Right now, if I was looking at it, there's no reason for me to go long. That's why I didn't take it. But Ricky knows what he's doing, especially with Walmart, MasterCard, Amazon, and I'm not going to say Baba because that was awful. Amazon, MasterCard, Walmart, always listen to Ricky. Whatever he says goes, okay? But other than that, just looks like a doji. The only thing bullish for me here is it looks like a reversal doji. Maybe it bottomed out and it wants to go back up, but other than that, it's just catching a falling knife. Increasing bear volume below the 21-day moving average. Looks like it's rolling over. I don't know. What else are we looking at? AMD, so you guys see I already have it drawn out. Exact same wedge setting up. Look at the run we got out of this wedge. And maybe same breakout we get here. But right now AMD looks like it depends on the market a lot. Right here the market was booming, semiconductors were booming, and look at the run we got, right? But when a stock runs from like 85 all the way to 122, it's hard for it to double its, like, that's a big portion of its market cap, right? So it's not going to get that much more market cap. So I don't expect the exact same move. It does look like a good setup. It does look like it'll run, but don't expect this kind of move. Don't expect 40 points. Don't get greedy, right? What else we got? But it does look bullish. I agree with AMD. It looks bullish. Spotify. Let's do Spotify. I gotta go to the gym. Spotify looks like it looks good, but I mean, there's so much bounce already, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days straight up. It needs some consolidation. Looks like it spikes. Stochastics are getting a little heated there. RSI looks okay. Other than that, look what happened last time it went up 6 days. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days in a row green, and then it just rolled over. So it looks good. It looks bullish, but again, we have to change the trend. Just like I said on PDD right now, this is a downtrend. Put in a high, put in a lower low, put in a high, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? So we have to change the trend. And right now, to change the trend, we have to get above 227.50, which we did today, but we did not close above it. So if we close above 227.50, then we have to look for consolidation and a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And that's how you change the trend into the bull's favor. But for right now, it's still bearish. As long as we close below 227.50, it's a bearish trend. Spotify done. UPST will do. UPST looks kind of extended, man. I'm not gonna play it. Like Stonkshins and Yash called it out yesterday. They took shorts, but I don't like shorting this kind of pattern right here. It's too powerful for me right now. And I don't know if they're still in it or not. They might get paid, but right now it just looks like volume is contracting. It's just setting up for a big move. Whether it goes up or down, I have no idea. But when volume falls off like this, it just means that volume contractility pattern I was teaching you guys yesterday is called VCP by Mark Minervini. If you guys want to read about that, it's really helpful. Volume starts falling off after a huge event like earnings, and then it just consolidates until a huge volume spike comes, and then it moves either down or up. So read about VCP tonight by Mark Minervini. Volatility contraction pattern. What else can we do? I will do CRM and LSPD, and then I'm done, guys. I gotta go to the gym. Alright, so LSPD, one of my favorite companies. I was long this one at 20 bucks. I sold at 60 and thought I was a genius, just like CrowdStrike, just like Shopify, just like Spotify. I'm not a genius. You guys see this wedge back here? I bought at 20 and I sold it, I think, right here. Yeah, when it touched the top of the trend line right here, this is the same channel I had drawn up back then. Sold it at 60. I just did Walmart Mo. Go away. $60 sold it at the top of the trend line. And right now, it just looks like a beautiful uptrend. Like this is one of the strongest charts I've seen today. Like I said, we put in a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and now it looks like it needs some consolidation here. So what you should be watching for consolidation is I don't want it to lose 50% of this move. So what do I mean by that? So we moved from $90 on this day. We moved all the way to $101. So that's $11, right? When it consolidates, I would want it to hold at least $5. $5 consolidation to be healthy. I want it not to come down past this 95.50 is a big volume shelf. 96 hold, this is super, super bullish still. If it holds 96. If it dumps below 96, then it's a little iffy. But if it loses this low, $90 is your line in the sand. If you lose $90, then the daily uptrend is done. And then you start looking bearish on this one. So that's how I do it. CRM, big earnings, killed everything. Posted in the group yesterday. Today was not the greatest day. Obviously, we didn't have market with it, market weakness. So that's why it probably dumped at the end of the day. But this company crushed it. In the future, it should do okay. It still hasn't even gotten to the highs of last earnings. And they bought another company called Slack. So this one has room to move up to 284.50 if it holds 267. So listen to this. If CRM holds 267, it should make its way back up to 284.50. When? I don't know. It all depends on the market. What happens with the Taliban? What happens with the Fed tomorrow? What happens over the weekend? There's a lot of possible negative headlines. But if the market holds up, CRM looks very, very strong. Needs a 267 hold and makes its way back to 284.50. Thank you guys for attending. I will see you in the morning.